Lianorn is a fan favorite in Vanguard, and she is really good in Deer Days as well. Today, let's break down the deck and take a look at some gameplay, starting of course with a grade 3 herself. This is just the first form of her though, so you can almost one to draw one and then basically usually call one. So it's kind of like a filter ability, but the unique part of Lianorn is that when she attacks, you soul boss one and discard one to boost with all of your back row. Now keep in mind that in Deer Days, when you attack with her, you have to press the button that says don't boost. So if you boosted the thing behind her, you won't be able to use this skill because she has to boost herself with all 3 of your back row rear guards. So just keep that in mind. Very important little technical thing. But when you boost with 3 or more units, she gets +1 drive, so she kind of like compensates for discarding 1, and she stands 2 of those rear guards that you boosted with at the end of the battle, which is usually everything except for what's behind her. So you still get 2 fully boosted swings from your rears. So that's all fine and all, but honestly, the real shining star is the Lianorn Vivace. Vivace has the Unison Dress keyword, which basically is when you ride her, whether it's from a different Lianorn or over herself, she enters the Unison Dress for the rest of this fight and also draws you a card, which means if you ride Vivace over Vivace, you would draw 2 cards, which is also very nice. But when she attacks in the Unison Dress state while not being boosted, again, very important, you stand all of your rear guards and then you boost her with all of them. And if you boosted her with 3 or more units, she gets the +1 to stand 3 of your units, including your Vanguard as one of the options, and gives +5k to all of them and drive -1 to all of them too. So this is really strong because you get 2 Vanguard swings and you basically get 6 attacks in 1 turn. The second Vanguard swing will only be 1 drive, but that's still very good. So how do we make the most of this skill? First things first, we are running the Dorowa ride line. This one is quite generically used in Stoicheia in general because the grade 1 just calls a plant token, which is a 5k grade 0 vanilla behind your Vanguard. Then the grade 2, when you ride it, retires one of your rear guards, which is usually going to be that plant token, to call 2 more plant tokens. Now you get a whole 10k column if you want, or you can distribute those 5ks between 2 different columns. And this works really well with one of Lianorn's best cards, which is Rosarium Fairy. When you call her, you retire a rearguard to call 2 plant tokens. So if you ride grade 2 Dorowa, you already have 2 tokens on the field, you retire 1 and this makes 2 more. So you already have 4 rearguards on the board just from playing 1 card basically. And when she attacks, if you have a Granfia or Lianorn Vanguard, so this supports 2 decks technically, and if your opponent's on grade 3 or greater, you choose a back row rearguard of yours and you add its power to herself. Now, this might not sound like much, but there is a card that really works well with this, which is the Luster Impact Dragon. Luster Impact gets +5k power if you have 2 or more grade 1 or less rearguards in your back row, and it also gets boost, so it's a 15k boost grade 2. What's more important is that when it stands by the ability of your Vanguard with Granfia or Lianorn in its card name, if your Vanguard's power is 33k or greater, which it basically always is going to be, you soul boss 1, draw a card, and it gets another 5k. So that means that basically always this card is going to be a 20k base. So that means that when Rosarium attacks, it's copying that 20k. So it's minimum 28, not including its own boost. Sometimes you'll make a column of Rosarium and the dragon, so that's going to be like a 40k on top of the 8k of the Rosarium. So the numbers get pretty silly pretty fast. In case you don't get Luster Impact though, we do have the Friendly Broccoli. So this card's pretty good. You call it. If you have a token on your field, you can almost want to draw a card, so it kind of refunds itself. And if you have a token on your rearguard circle, it becomes a 15k power attacker or a 10k shield as well, which is very useful. So that way it's like a 15k that you can also copy with a Rosarium, so not as big and doesn't draw you cards when you stand it, but still it's okay, right? It doesn't boost either, so it'd just be kind of like sitting there just to be copied. Another good booster is the Elentis. She's basically a 10k when you have a Lianorn Vanguard, or a 13k if your Vanguard is in the Unison Dress state, so basically from Vivace turn onwards. And at the end of your turn, if your Vanguard was boosted a total of 3 or more times this turn, you retire her to draw a card, and if you don't have any face-up cards in your damage, then she also countercharges 1, so she's a really good resource card. And we can revive all these good grade 1s thanks to Alvina. Alvina is a generic card that when called from hand outside of battle phase, you Energy Blast 3 to either add an order card that isn't a Regalis piece back to your hand from drop, or you revive a grade 1 or less unit. So you can revive your Rosariums if they get taken out, or your Elentis after you use her the previous turn. We also have, just to help draw cards, the Sea Rumble Brave Shooter, which is what's called a Gun Cycler in Vanguard. So this one, when you guard with it or discard it for ride deck, you Energy Blast 3 or Counter Blast 1, usually Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. And then the second effect is if you Persona Road this turn, when you would call this, you can Counter Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3 to choose a grade 2 or less normal unit with a different name from this card that isn't a Sentinel from drop or an order card from drop, add it to your hand, and then discard 1. So it's not like Alvina that it completely just adds back a card. This one does force to discard something, but it can still be really good if you just need to get back like double Rosarium or something just to win the game. The icing on the cake for me is the order In Search of an Ideal Far Away. We play it as a one-of because you only really use it from like turn 4 onwards, and it's like if you get it, it's really, really strong, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world either, but it's really, really cool. You choose a unit and give it the effect for the whole turn that every time anything attacks on your field, that unit that you chose gets plus 5k. So you know how I said Vivace does like 6 attacks in one turn? If you give that to a unit that can boost, that can also get copied by Rosarium, that means that it's going to be like, let's say if it's 15k already, it's going to be 20, then 25, then 30, then 35, then 40, then 45. You know where I'm going with this, right? We want to give that to the Luster Impact, which is already like a 15 to 20k booster that is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger with every single attack. So it's a really, really cool way to raise the ceiling of the deck. And because it's not a Regalis piece order, we can get it back to hand both with the Brave Shooter and of course the Alvina too. So that means if you play it once, you can basically get it back whenever you want. And finally, for the Regalis piece, we're running Bracing Angel Ladder, which is a really good Regalis piece for board-based decks that don't want to lose their board to like, you know, dominate or retire and stuff like that. Regalis pieces are like ace specs in Pokemon where you can only have one in a deck and you can only use it once per game. This is a normal order that when you play it, you draw a card, you put it to soul, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, you, the player, get the effect that all your Vanguards get plus 5k during your turn, and all of your rearguards cannot be chosen and cannot be put other than on rearguard circle by your opponent's card effects. So that means that your rearguards basically are resisting your opponent's choosing them, and they also cannot be moved. So like if they use an effect that like moves them to guardian circle or moves them to drop zone, all of that gets negated. So Bracing Angel Ladder is really good because sometimes you just have double Rosarium and like, you know, Luster Impact on board, and you just want that to stay there for next turn. So it's really, really good in countering just a lot of the meta threats. We do really want to draw into the Vivace no matter what. There will be in the first DLC support for Lianorn that will help us find Vivace, but until then we're running draws and we're also running the gun cyclers to help us draw cards and find that Vivace as soon as possible. So we still run 8 crits and we run of course the Stoicheia over trigger, but the draws are selected for that reason. With that, that is it for the explanation of the Lianorn deck. Now let's take a look at a game for the deck in action. Is my mic sounding fine today, by the way? I was editing the video and I was like, my audio sounded kind of off in that one, and it's probably because I was screaming. Mic is okay. I'd like to hear mic is good. okay is not enough. Mic is good. Okay, I'll turn up the gain a tiny bit just in case. Alvina's not bad, but I'd like to see broccoli or that. Mic is good. All right. Ooh, we got broccoli. We're balling. Certified broccoli banger. We can ditch this because we can revive with Alina. Oh no. Why is it so slow? Oh no, am I playing like 5 million ping or something? Please say it ain't so. Meet you with a lot of set orders thanks to frame rate. Yeah, I heard that like a lot of effects going off at the same time tends to mess with it. Yeah, you can fight people online for vintage, but you can't do ranked. It's only like unranked fights. Oh, it's Luard, actual real Luard. Energy generatorをセット. Did you play Ride to Victory when it came out? Not when it came out, but when I first studied in Japan 8 years ago, I bought a Japanese 3DS and all the Vanguard 3DS games, and I played them all in order. So I've played through all of them. I've also played through the Buddy Fight games back in the day too. So I have played every single Vanguard console game. All the 3DS ones. I played EX on the Switch, and then virtually everything. Bro, shuffling cards, literally always. I've changed a lot of my actual decks into Oyatsu sleeves recently, and I really like them. I put them away now, but they're like perfectly made over sleeves for Bushiroad sleeves. So it's like everything is like perfect fit. There's no movement inside the sleeve. Very nice. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, there was actually 3 Vanguard games on the 3DS. There was Ride to Victory, Lock on Victory, and Stride to Victory. They're called Oyatsu sleeves. Oyatsu. They're these ones. They look very simple. Literally just says Oyatsu V+ on the top. These are very good. And you get 100 of them in the pack, so it's enough for 2 decks. It's really nice. Here I guess we just ditch the crit. Did I uninstall DD1 after I only DD2? Not yet. Not yet. Alright, let's... I can revive the reserve. I can actually make a pretty strong board here. Thinking how far I want to push it. I think I'll draw from the broccoli first. It's like a 20k column, so it's actually pretty good. Oops. Broccoli! He's so friendly! Friendly broccoli! He's just a friendly broccoli. Maybe I can just push with a dragon, because now everything's like 15, 15, 20. It's also pretty good, I guess. Yeah, it's like pretty good. Like, Luar doesn't do that much early game now after losing ever since it lost Sirgaon. No Guncycler. I play it. I don't have it in my hand. And that's the only difference. Lianorn. Funny lady. Alright. So, this broccoli line hits over defensive too, which is very nice. Oyatsu in Oyatsu in Hiragana. Alright. Crit is good. Build different today. How Lianorn in set 6? Not really doing too much. I'd say wait for the master deck to come out. 30k on an 8k body. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. This is like the optimal Lianorn game plan. You want basically just like push your opponent to 3, go into Lianorn, force a PG out, and then Vivace win. What do you think of Ami in Odium preset 7? I think if you don't have Philia, it's definitely quite good. Even if you do have Philia, I think there is room for it. But man, I really need to think about my set 7 Odium build soon, because I have a major tournament the day after set 7 comes out. So I really need to start thinking about the build for it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god. People photoshopping me into their things. Oh my god. People keep photoshopping me on things. So like all these locals. Somebody photoshopped me into like a Luxembourgish locals. I'm like, that is actually where I come from. That's funny. Oh, I'm getting Tri-Lane by Luard. Interesting. Technically, I don't need the broccoli, so I could just intercept with it here. Dragon, I'd like to keep though. Oh yeah, in Right to Victory, there was no great assist. Would you find the better controls or version? Steam, I think, is a little bit better, but it's still pretty, like, you can see the frame rate is not like, it's supposed to be running at 60 FPS, it's definitely not 60 FPS, stuff like that. That's an Elementaria Sanctity. I'm going to try to force out of that hand now. Vivace! Let's see where this swing is going to go into. Most curious. Yeah, I mean, we already know that Jeweled will get support in Divine Set 8. So, no matter what. Borderless Windows fix some of the FPS issues. I think that's what I'm on, though. I'm on Borderless. This was not designed, like, with mouse and keyboard. No, you can't click and drag stuff. It's definitely not. The good thing about Lianorn too is that because he swings Vanguard first, that he actually... Okay, well. Now I can't heal down, but... Did I heal on turn 2 as well? Yeah, I heal on turn 1. So when you have 2 heals left in deck, I think. No, only 1. Wow. Kinda sad. could ditch the Rosarium, but I also don't really want to. It's probably a heal angle. I'd rather call this Rosarium here and keep the Alvina for next turn, maybe. Oh, Broccoli is also good. Yeah, that gives me all of my... That gives me all of my CB exhaust. If I can draw into an Alvina, that'd be even better. Alvina would be very cool here. Or not Alvina, Elentis. Alvina's good too. Do I have Elentis in drop? No, I don't. Okay, it was last game that I had her. But even then... There is a world where we just do this. Maybe should have called her in the other column. But I guess that's fine. So we can revive the Rosarium here. Ding! Don't need to activate this. You guys swap. And now I don't really need the second Alvina now. So we can just go into battle phase. Don't boost, swing. Now we can ditch the other Alvina, so pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. So in your video, Eva is still tier 1 here. Yeah, Eva's still quite good. Definitely still good. Just a lot of actions in a turn. Ooh, they're guarding with a regular PG, not the Elementaria. Interesting. There's another Rosarium. All the Rosariums coming out. Crit is good. This one's going to be 30. This one is only 23. So I guess probably want to just confirm the damage. Yeah, because even if we can force him to guard this or take the 2 by swinging this first, he's going to probably force the other PG in here. That'll force the other PG in here, I think. And if not, then he goes to 5. And then I can just swing rear. And then win next turn. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then we use Dragon. Soul Blast 1. Give me a draw. Vispo's not in the game. There's no collabs in the game. Oh my god, my last Rosarium. Why is it only Rosariums that I'm drawing? Yeah, PC version supports controller. You can connect any controller. I played Dear Days 1 with my fighting game controller. Oh, wow, he's not showing me the Elementaria he has in hand. Why not? You gonna ditch it? Surely not, yeah. So he's got Elementaria in that hand still. Interesting. Yeah, then we just push this one, because it sounds like it doesn't have a shield. So if I can push him to 4, then I just win on Vivace. I'm on Steam. You can tell by the mouse on screen. Why no collab decks? Because they don't own the license to that extent. The licensing is just an agreement for that specific product release. Instead of, like, it's not like they sell off the license, the entire, to the whole thing. Yeah, Bang Dream's not in here too. But yeah, they do own Bang Dream, but yeah. Is Lianorn a bit more decision-making heavy than other decks? I think most decks in the standard are pretty decision-making heavy, but the general, like, the things you need to do in Lianorn are pretty straightforward. It's like, by optimally on turn 3, you want your opponent to be at 3 so that the Lianorn has, you know, pressure to force out a PG so that way you, like, can, you know, win out from your opponent being at 4. Screenshots. Okay, Stride works. Stride is also a good one. Stride also gives me portraits. That's good. I need these portraits. I need these portraits. Look at him. Mr. Drag Driver. He's driving all over the place. Why is your screenshot button far? Because, if I can show it to you, it is my stream deck. And it's on the very edge of my table instead of being in front of me for some reason. I should really put it just in front of me, but I can't be bothered to rewire it. Why does Lord become ugly on grade 4? What? How dare you? Look at him. He's so cool. He's a dope ass dude, bro. You just beat the story? How long was it? How long did it take? Oh yeah, right. This is the Lord version with Data. I love her art. Hagia Sensei always kills it with the designs of the elves, like Gansalot. So good. You didn't take ugly pills, bro. That's crazy. How does striding work? It happens after you ride during the ride phase. So you discard cards from your hand that equal to grade 3. So you can, it's like a 2 and a 1 or a 2 and a 2 or a 3 in order to go into a card in your G zone for the turn. And then it goes back to the G zone at the end of the turn face up. Intercepto. It's like 10-ish hours, but there's a post-game story stuff and a second UU campaign. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gansalot is an elf. Today you learned. 10 years into... No, Gansalot's been around for almost 15 years now. 14? Do I think Gansalot will make an appearance in D? I could see it. Gansalot is pretty popular. Same with Mordred. I wouldn't be surprised if like we get a Revenger or Liberator like encounter deck in the future. Would you say DD2 is worth it and better than DD1? Better than DD1, definitely, just because of how much content and how much bigger the card pool is. But if it's worth it, it really depends on you. I do think it's still, like, it doesn't run very smoothly. It has performance issues. Like, there's some things that there's really feels like they were the bare minimum that they could have done that aren't in there. But the game is fun. Like, Vanguard as a game is fun, and that's like the biggest plus that you have, is that the game is fun. Does that go off? No, it doesn't. That's okay, I get the power at least. Give me the power! Damn. How is this guy so lucky? How is this guy so lucky, chat? What's happening? Oh my god. I draw into my one of. That's insane. This guy's about to actually get deep fried. Deep fried and baked. That's crazy. I feel for this man. Why did that take so long to go off? Vanguard attack. Alright. This man is about to get deep fried. 10 cards in hand literally doesn't matter. Yeah, DRD2 is also made by Furyu. You can see it on the Steam page, unfortunately. Okay, we got the dragon. Going to Vivace. Alright. Ignitis and you brought back my love of Vanguard. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Quit in Divine Set 2 in every deck I saw was power crap. I wouldn't... I think Divine Set 2 was very tame, honestly. It was a very tame set. Alright, here comes absolute hell. We retire the token. And then watch absolute pain unfold. Play this order. Put this on the dragon. And now every time one of my units attacks, the dragon will get plus 5k. Every single time. So I can show you. I guess probably swinging with this first is better. We swing with this. So you see it attacks with a boost. First his effect activates. He's gonna get plus 5k. So this is gonna become 28. And then Rosarium's gonna activate. And it's gonna copy the power of the dragon. It's gonna become 48. And that's gonna happen every single time any of my units attack. That's why I'm saying this 10 card hand literally doesn't matter. It's like the only way he lose. The only way I lose is if he like defensive OTs. And basically it's like confirmed win. Because this is like I attack with like a 13 here, right? But now because this Rosarium attacks, the dragon goes like, oh, you attack with something? Then I can just gain another plus 5k. And then I'm just going to copy that 25k now. And now I'm 38. Give me 2 15s. I could have attacked with this first, but then be 33. Which with his current board is pretty easy to guard. So... Yep. Now give me the rest of your rears. That's right. Down to 9 cards. And now we go no boost, swing. The dragon once again gets 5k. This goes to 30. And then Vivace effect. Stand everything, boost with everything. Dun dun. Oh, we love it. 69. And Soul Blast 1. We need a number. Get 5k. Go to 74. Yo, you said Wheeler, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream over there. Cheers, cheers. Yep, he's gonna use Sanctitude. That's his 3rd PG now. You ruined the number. True. Get a crit. So the best part is that I can now... So I can give the crit to anything, basically. I'll just give it to this. But I can give the power to the dragon. And that power will also be inherited by everything. But the Rosariums. Go to 84. Get another crit. Very cool. Give the power to another dragon. So that Sentinel's gonna work. So that's good at least. Vivace activates. CB1. And I get to stand 3 things. There's even a question if I would have stood the Vivace, but it's like we gave it the crit. Might as well go in with it. It's only 18. Just a measly 18. And now the dragon once again sees that 5k. Once again. Becomes 60. It's unrelated for now. My opponent has to guard this. It's 2 crit. I still have a drive check. Still have a drive check. So I'll just swing with the 2 crit attacks until they... Oh my god, is it a 1 to pass? It actually is. Alright, let's break it. Okay, maybe not. Okay, 6 cards in hand. And they've seen 3 PGs. We're gonna swing. It's only 13. Oh my god. But the dragon sees the attack. It's gonna get 5. Rosarium's gonna see the dragon. And it's gonna go, hey, 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 hey. Let me get 65k plus. 78, 2 crit. Do you have another PG? Why does Lester get the 5k stacks? Because I played this order. This card says you choose a unit, and every time something attacks, that unit will get plus 5k. And it's because it's an order, you can get it back with Alvina, because she gets back your orders to hand. This deck is peak. Is my opponent calculating? Are you trying to find the out? Like in hindsight, I could have put the crit on. Oh, the last PG! The last PG comes through. Yeah, there's a better, even better order in Divine Set 6 than this one. So this combo gets even better. All right, the 1 crit swing. My opponent has a chance at life as the dragon gets 5k one more time. Goes to 70, and my Rosarium becomes 83k power. All right, no guard, 1 damage. You got it? Oh my god, he had it! What a god, what a legend. He actually OT'd out of it. Damn, respect. Respect, he actually lived. We forced him to guard everything, only to then OT on 6. That's funny. So in hindsight, I could have put the crit on here, but then he would have just taken the Vanguard swing, I think. I think if I put the crit on both Rosariums, he would have just taken the Vanguard swing and pray I don't crit him on that one. And then pray to OT out. So then he would have, I wouldn't have hit with these two. So forcing out like the 10k and the last PG here does feel like it was better. Could have swung Regard, Vanguard. That's true, yeah. We could have actually done that. Could have actually given rear here and gone like 2 crit rear, and then just Vanguard to like get the drive. That's funny. Kiseki! Exciting! My bro Kiseki all over me. Demiseki all over me. Crazy. What a guy. Oh my god. Do I still have my Elementaria? No, I don't have an Elementaria. Lol. I might be cooked, chat. Might actually be cooked. Does he have Ritual 7? He does, right? Surely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 6. So he'll have it after he retires. Not that. Oh, wait, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's on 7, yeah. Oh no, he has a bit more now. Never mind. This Lord is epic. You just like dragons, bro. You like the dragon with the hat, but you don't like the dude. Oh, he ditched the Lord. Interesting. Alright. Here it comes. Abyssal Owl, search the Lord, or get it back from drop, I guess. Yep. You take that Lord, buddy. Damn, that's funny. This game is funny. Oh, the anti-multi-tag grade 1. Pretty good tech. It like, when you get attacked for the 5th time, you can bind it to just like be a PG. I guess, what was the guard restrict on this again? It's grade 1 or greater, right? Grade 1 or greater, yeah. So if I want to use my gun cyclers, I have to use them here. So let's do that. Let's use the gun. Give me my gun. I will use my gun. Another gun, yay! I will use another gun. Draw into Elementaria Sanctitude. Gun into gun. Surely. Okay, not quite. Yeah, I mean, we still finished the guarding here. There is a world where I could have just taken this at this point. Boom. The moment when you can't block. That's right. Cardfight, can't guard. 48. How much further is this gonna go? 58. With what? Quad drive? Yeah, quad drive. 58 is still okay. 73. No, I guess that's the best I can do. Because 88 is still 3 to pass, right? This is... Oh no, it's... If it is 3 to pass, it's... Wait. Yeah... 3 to pass, I guess, is safe, and then we just PG the last one. Yeah, I guess that's gonna have to do it. Yeah, we just PG the last one. Okay, front is fine. That was his 3rd check or 2nd check? Drive check. Biscotti. Oh, that was the 2nd. The heal is kind of annoying, but we're fine. We have Elvina, so we can get the order back to hand. It's time. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Bing. Safe. Thank you to all my cool triggers. Alright, last swing. The most annoying part of this grade 1 is going to be... It's going to block my 5th attack. Yeah, we just PG this one. We can drop the Rosarium, actually. Alright, PG this. We don't even need, like... We don't even need the Vivace for this next turn. I can just call these two and win. Yeah, my opponent doesn't have PGs left. He has no overtrigger left. Nothing. Or I guess he... Oh no, he put 2 Perfect Guards back. He put 2 Perfect Guards back with his stride skill. Did he drive check any of them? I don't think so, right? I don't think he did. So you'd have to Biscotti and draw into it. You'd have to draw into it from Biscotti. Which is like... quite a steep slope, to say the least. So we're gonna go Elvina. Probably want her here. We want Elvina. Elvina effect. Pay 3 energy. And then she's gonna get back an order. Bum bum bum. Choose an order. Get that back. We're gonna call her. It's gonna be a 13k body. And then we're gonna use the order. My opponent's reading it. And then we're gonna give it to the dragon. And now we go do that all over again. You just need to see the order once and then you're good. This time we swing from this side. So it's 21. I'm gonna use the dragon first. I think it is important you use the dragon first so it gains the 5k before you copy the power. So then you use the Rosarium to copy the 20. This becomes 41. Can you have multiple of the same orders? Yeah, you can play multiple, but you can only play 1 order per turn. Is he going to be Scotty, try to draw into a PG? No, he's going to drop... Okay, he's going to actually try to guard these. I respect that. I respect that. Man, this game's been really good, but I also really need to go to the bathroom. So if my opponent could, like, lose for me, that'd be great. Yeah, orders are spells, yeah. Orders are basically spells. You can only play 1 per turn, and there's 3 different types. There's blitz orders that you play during your opponent's turn. Normal orders that you just play like this one, that just, like, goes to drop after you play it. And then there's set orders that go to this order zone and stick around for the whole game, basically. Piss buff, yeah, when you gotta go to the bathroom, that's when you awaken your true powers. Yeah, this is huge. What did the opponent just do? They guarded. Check OT. I actually haven't. Apart from Apple Juice, what's the cheapest deck to build? Most complete deck out of one set is probably Varga, I guess. But honestly, building everything in this deck is really easy. Enter the flow state. Alright, he's gonna use Biscotti, try to draw into one of the PGs that they put back. They do have the energy for it. Yeah, I still have OT as well. Lianorn next time I get me to pick it up as my Stoicheia deck. That's cool. Lianorn's a really good deck, honestly. Ooh, 2 cards left in hand. If he doesn't have PG, he has to take my Lianorn swing. Pretty good. Alright, swing with no boost. First the dragon. How do you guard? When your opponent attacks you, you choose cards from your hand and you put them to the guardian circle. And you look at... Oh, this is the annoying part of it, not full screening the cards. You look at this number here, the 5k. That's how much you add as to your Vanguard's power to try to block the attack. Alright, my final soul. Alright, drew into a non-trigger. I still have 1 crit and 2 draws. Well, there's my crit. Lol. Actual just lol. He didn't draw his PG. Unfortnite. Unfortnite. How do you see trigger info? Just press B or the bottom right button. Oh, this little heart. Heal does not go off because he's on 5. He was on 4. He just gets the power. And it's not enough. GG's. That was a good game. Damn. Nice. Good little game. Why don't I get... I only sometimes get, like, win streak bonus. Anime ending, yeah, he got the Lord in the damage. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing Lianorn in action, especially in that fight. I feel like I really had to bring out the ceiling of the deck too. If you liked the video, make sure you check out some of the other fights I've done for Dear Days 2, as well as my story playthrough if you haven't already. And of course, if you liked the video, give it a like. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching.